Hello everyone, this is Jen. I hope everybody is good. I'm here with an energy update. Um, Another update in regards to the planet, what's going on energy-wise on the planet, and I will also talk about the twin flame energies. I'm a psychic medium, energy healer, and spiritual teacher. I'm an empath, so if you are an empath as well, you will resonate with a lot of what I have to say in this video. It's a channeled message. Before I start, I just want to say a little something really quickly. Just be careful out there. There is a channel on YouTube using my videos. It's not my channel. They take my videos, they change the title a little bit, they change the text as well a little bit. It's not me. I'm not the one doing this. I have asked for this person to stop, but if you are here and listening, I am asking and speaking to you directly. I am asking you to please stop this. It is my videos, my work, and I have not given permission for this. So the best thing to do is to stop, as you know, this is not very nice of you to do this. Moving on, there is no sense in giving too much power into this. I do, it is a little bit frustrating, and I did take action to make it stop, but you know, if the person is willing to collaborate on this right now, I'm just asking. Not just asking, but I'm asking to stop. Moving on to the energies. So many things going on, like usual. But we do have a lot of cosmic events happening. The full moon this weekend, the November 11th portal. And that's not only for the twin flame. So I'm going to start with what's going on the planet, because it does apply to the twin flame a lot. If you are an empath, you will know what I'm talking about. We are going through massive changes in energies, and that goes with what I have said before in regards to the massive awakenings happening on Earth at this time. I'm sure a lot of you by now have seen physical proof of this. There is, for example, Jim Carrey speaking about it, but I'm talking in your surroundings, your family, your friends. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it with my friends, like one friend in particular who was a big skeptic of spirituality, psychics, and mediums. And all of a sudden, he started talking about mediums, wanting to talk to one. And imagine my position when he was telling me this. He started saying that he never believed in this before, but now he does. So he suddenly woke up. I don't know how it happened for him, but it did happen. And then, you know, there's all this work to be done depending on your mission and what you want to accomplish in this life. But in terms of energies, the shifts are happening very quickly, and I know that a lot of you are feeling this. The energy shifts, they show up without warning. They just come and knock on your door and, hey, my friend, I'm here, time for a shift. This translates into stuff like, for example, you wake up in the morning, you're very happy, dynamic, and upbeat, and then a couple hours later, boom, you're dead, you want to sleep. You want to take a nap, and you finish your day feeling like that. The opposite is true as well, feeling groggy all day long, as if you're unable to wake up completely. That's your nervous system, by the way, being affected. It's not dangerous in any way. It's just your nervous system trying to adapt to new vibrations. And it takes a lot of energy, physical energy, to do this. If you're an empath, you feel it and you are aware of this. If you're not, you may just feel some symptoms or may feel like you're out of it. So spending like an entire day feeling groggy, as if you're unable to wake up completely and function at full capacity, and then boom, 9 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock at night, it hits you. You have this wave of energy showing up, and then you can't go to sleep. That's what's going on. Why this is happening? Because we are in a big state of duality overall. On the one side, there's this massive wave of awakenings happening. But if we take the law of cause and effect, there's a cause and there's always an effect somewhere in the world. For all of these people that are awakening, some of them are happy about it because they feel free. They feel like they've let go or that something has lifted. But for others, it can also be very difficult. Not knowing what's happening, not understanding, being scared, trying to find answers and being unable to find them. That should be easy to understand. Remember how it was for you when you first started awakening. You probably didn't know who you could connect to, who you could talk about this with. I know it happened to me. I mean, when I first started awakening many years ago, I looked and I searched for a spiritual teacher to help me with this because it was taking a lot of my day-to-day life. It was hard for me to keep working and going through all these things at the same time. But my spiritual teacher was able to explain to me so many universal laws, so many spiritual stuff that I was able to understand my feelings, my emotions, my sensations, and I was able to understand a little bit more on how I work personally, my thought process, my awareness, and I was able to increase my awareness where I was lacking. I was able to undo wrongful thought patterns and to replace them by good thoughts, positive thoughts, thoughts of manifestation, for example. So remember how it was at the beginning. That's how a lot of people are, and it's creating duality because if you are really awakened, that may get on your nerves. It may be difficult for you to deal with these people. The thing to do is to listen to yourself first. Be in compassion. Be in compassion for these people because they don't know and they are searching. That's why you're there. That's why you're ahead of the game as opposed to them, or compared to them, I should say. You're ahead of the game to be able to help them understand themselves. I know it's not an easy task to do, especially if you're in front of someone who has a strong ego or someone who's stubborn, someone who's close-minded. It takes time. It takes energy on all levels, and it takes a lot of patience. And perhaps at this time you don't have any patience. I know I've been very tired lately, and my patience was there, but you know, sometimes I ran into some situations where I could have been more patient. The important thing when that happens is to realize it and take proper action on it. This big duality does bring a lot of breakthroughs for a lot of people. So basically going back to the basics, and that's a message that I want to deliver for this section, is that if you feel totally lost, if you don't know what's happening to you or where you're going or what to do to make it easier on you, remember to go back to the basics. Remember to go back to what you were doing when you first started awakening. Was it to spend more time alone, read books, eat better, sleep more, be more aware of what's going on inside instead of being in your ego, thinking, I should know this by now and I should be able to deal with this? No. Real compassion and real unconditional love is to go back to the basics and just allow it to happen. So when you come in connection with someone who's on the opposite spectrum of you or your vibrations, you will be able to hold your grounds in order to navigate through this a lot easier without creating tensions, without creating conflict. Just, being able to let go what doesn't belong to you, let go what you think is irrelevant perhaps, and just being compassionate for the person in front of you, whatever they're talking about. Whether it's at the store that you have a nasty exchange with an employee at the store or someone from your family or a friend, I mean, that's what it is. The point of it all is for everyone to be able to do this, to get better understanding and better relationship in the world. Peace, to get peace and harmony. November, December, a lot more light is coming in for everyone. So more light being divine light, more awakenings, more higher vibrations, more higher energies. More light comes with letting go and shedding the darkness and the shadow side of ourselves. So if you find yourself that you've been purging, going through some intense emotions, that's what it is. You're making space for what's coming, and that will go on through November, December. It also goes with the full moon coming, the portal coming, and it creates a very complex system of energies because they are potent. They are very dense, strong, and very, very extremely present. I don't know how the weather has been for a lot of you in your area. I know that in my part of Canada, it's been very windy, very rainy, and there is this potent energy in the weather forcing people to sit down and take a good look at themselves because it's time to move forward. 2018 will bring a lot of new energies right at the beginning of the year, and we need to be ready for this. Another thing that is going on at this time is that we are picking up a lot on what's going on with other people, but not only our surroundings, but the entire planet. Our bodies have a nervous system, and we have what we call meridians. It's acupuncture will use the meridians a lot. Any kind of physical therapy will use meridians a lot. The earth have the same. They have meridians, and if you're an empath, you're directly connected to those meridians, and that's how you're able to pick up that information. Right now, Mother Earth, Gaia, is reacting very strongly. It's in a state of distress, duality, uncomfortable emotions and energies because, like I said, we are in a state of duality. So if you're an empath, that's what you're feeling. So you're picking a lot from other people, from the entire planet. So protecting yourself spiritually by putting yourself in a gold bubble of energy, a blue bubble of energy, or a violet bubble of energy, with the intention that you're protecting your full existence or manifest, is a good thing that could help you. The other way to do this is also to ground yourself many times a day if you need to, and to also cut cords attached to you. Each time you come into interaction with someone, you can cut the cords right after. It's going to help you a whole lot if you're an empath and if you are very sensitive. Lately, I'm sure that a lot of you have been finding that manifestation is really slow. And it is. And the good news is that that's coming to an end. You should start feeling an increase in your overall energy, overall mood, overall life. We're slowly coming out of this density, and it comes with an increase in manifestation speed. That's why it was so important. Well, so important. Don't worry if you didn't do it. You can do it at any time, but that's why in my last guided message, they were talking about the new moon manifestation. The speed will increase. So it's really important to make sure that you are clear in every way possible, to make space for whatever is coming for you. Because when it's going to start showing up, it's going to show up. That also comes with letting go of fears. A lot of fears are present at this time, and it's important that everyone takes a good, really brutally honest look at themselves and see if they are keeping fears, if they are feeding fears somehow, somewhere. I know I have, and it took me like a couple of days to realize what my fears were, and I did, and I was able to release them. Nobody's perfect. Like I mentioned before, I don't think that healing, being completely healed, is really possible. You reach a state of balance, and your job is to try to maintain that balance. Life goes on, life happens. It can create stuff in your unconscious, and your role is to bring it to your conscious, to your awareness, to be able to release it or heal it. Sometimes releasing is enough to heal, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you have to release it and then you have to heal it. Whatever way works for you. I know I'm a crier. I cry a whole lot. It really helps to release. For me, I've always been like that. There's this sense of lightness after a good cry that is like, so it frees me. It makes me feel like I'm free and I've released. Something has been lifted. Sometimes I do other things as well to release. It depends on what it is. You know, releasing anger may be different. But for me, crying is a good thing. But, you know, it's not something I can control or do on demand either. It's not like if I'm able to sit down and say, okay, I want to cry. Let's go. Let's have a good crying session. No, I have to let the emotion rise up. And then when it's there, the thing is to allow it to come out and to feel it. Because when you feel it, a good part of the healing job is done. Because you took your time to become aware of it, to become aware of its effect on you, and you're ready to just let it go. Let me see. I think that's it for the energies on the planet. So I will move to the twin flame energies. I know it's been rough for a lot of people. A lot of twin flames are facing or are feeling resistance. Yes, the divine masculine, a lot of them are still resisting. So the thing to do is to ask to release the resistance on their behalf and try to see if you are resisting something. Others, I've been shown that others are really about to meet their twin. If you haven't met your twin in the physical, it's going to happen very shortly. It started already a couple days ago. It started. For others, their job is just to hold space for their twin. No blaming, no being mad, no being angry, no being sad. Release the fears that this will never happen. That's very important to do. Place yourself in a state of allowance and unconditional love and hold space. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. What would you like if you were in their shoes? It doesn't mean it's the right thing to do all the times because, you know, everybody's different, but I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate having pressure. So just allowing them to do what they need to do in their lives. sending love. I know it's hard sometimes when you're in the state of duality where you're angry or when you're sad. It's hard to stay in unconditional love for someone else, especially if there is no contact. If the twins are not speaking, that's really hard. But I don't like to use these terms, but that's a test to you. I mean, we only have one life, right? Do you want to live your best life, your most amazing life, or do you want to live an ordinary life? I mean, this is your chance. This is the opportunity to live your best life. So it takes work, whatever it takes. You need to do it. You need to do it. And it's all going to be rewarded in due time. You may not see it right away. It may not come as you wish, but that's the whole point. It's just allow things to reach you, and that's how you're truly happy. And then you work on what you want to manifest, and, you know, life is great. So the divine masculine, a lot of them are going through some kind of a dark night of the soul. So if you are feeling very depressed, it's either the planet or your twin that you're feeling at this time. If you feel like you're starting over your dark night of the soul, that's what it is. It's your twin. So they need you. They need your support, your compassion, and your love, and your patience and understanding. If you know that they are dealing with a specific issue, for example, do not be mad. I'm going to use any kind of example. If it's a karmic relationship that has ended, but your twin has not completed their healing, don't be mad at them. They have their own process. They have their own time, their own timeline to do things. Embrace this, just like you do. You have your own time. You have your own timeline to heal. So when it comes to a matter of the heart, it takes a while. It's hard to heal. It takes a lot of energies. So understand your twins. Just understand them and allow them to do what they need to do. I've also been shown, and this is the good part, I've been shown that spring 2018 will be massive for a lot of twins. Like a huge wave of unions will happen in spring 2018. I'm not the kind of reader who has, you know, the specific numbers of let's say 300 twins in Canada and like 25,000 in the United States. I don't have that. But I was shown a big wave of twins that will come into true physical union in spring 2018. So if you think about it, I know it may look far, but think about it, it's not that far. Just turn around and look at what you have accomplished in the past 6 months. Spring is 5 months from now. A little bit more, almost 6. But it's not that far. Look at what you've done in the past 6 months. Now they will do it and catch up with you and meet up with you to be in balance and harmony. So keep working on the balance of the feminine and masculine energies, because the divine masculine is still working on embracing their feminine energies, embracing their gifts, embracing their feminine side. It's been repressed for many years for a lot of them. They've been educated to not use their feminine side. So they are doing so right now. So the more you embrace yours, the more it's going to have a rebound effect on them, or a ripple effect on them. Don't be too much in your masculine trying to provoke things and to do things. No, it's a time to stand still. It's a time to go inwards, to get prepared for the holidays coming up if you celebrate the holidays. It's time to get prepared to share the love. When we think about it, the holidays are all about sharing the love. So just embrace that, do that. Even if you feel like crap one day, the best thing to do is to share a good laugh with someone, to share the love. It's going to heal them, therefore it's going to heal you instantly. Divine masculine are also being faced with a lot of ordeals, physical ordeals, that is. All these things that they've been resisting, All these things that they didn't want to let go or release, they are being faced with them. So you might be picking up on that as well. And that's different for everyone, depending on what your twin is doing. Some of them are ready or almost ready to, to do something and move forward, but others, they still have to let go of a few things. And that may come with, tension for them, tension between them and other people. Let's say they are in a business and they should let go of their business partners, but they have not done it or they have resisted that. Well, perhaps it could come with resistance or fighting with this person, which is sad, but you need to stand in compassion for your twin. They will go through this. It will happen. It is happening. It is moving forward. So at this point, the only thing to do is to be happy, in a good mood as best as you can. Take it easy. Take it slow. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. You may not have the money you want right now, but be happy. You're alive. You're alive, and we are all in this together. So if we all put our best foot forward with our best vibrations forward, this is how it's going to go faster. Let me check. That is it. That is it. So thank you for being here. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so using my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings, or using my email, indigogirl555@gmail.com. Thank you so much for everyone who has reached out for a reading or just reach out for an email. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and part of this with me. And I will come back with another video when I get some more information to share. I hope everyone is good and well, and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.